If dog training feels impossible, no matter what you've tried, let me teach you my 5 principles to change everything. They changed everything for me and they're going to change everything for you. So hi and welcome, my name's Matt and I've been dog training for 18 years professionally. And there's one common theme I always find: the lack of ability to communicate from the owner to the dog. And my 5 principles I'm going to teach you now will change all of that for good. Number 1, be proactive, not reactive. Look, this might sound really obvious and simple, but pretty much nobody does it. What people do is they try to only train their dog when the problem's happening. That would be like going out in your car, having car crashes, hopefully minor ones, consistently trying to save it while you're having the crash. Set yourself up and your dog up for success. So proactively set things up. Rather than only trying to train your dog not to bark or fill in the blank when someone knocks on the door, actually have your friend come around and knock on the door for you, so you're prepped. Also, you need to break down step by step other parts of training, but you want to be proactively training. Another quick example, going out for a walk and then trying to train your dog to heel. Now, we have a training video on our site. Click on that. That will revolutionize. That will stop your dog pulling in minutes. However, if you go out to try to walk to the park to train, but you're actually going out for a walk trying to get from A to B or do your loop, you're in the wrong mindset. You want to be proactively going out to train. And if you get to walk to an area, fantastic. But if you don't, that's okay, because your primary goal is training. So if you proactively set things up in your mind to go, I am now going to train, you proactively set up the scenario whenever you can, when you have control of it, like a friend knocking on the door instead of being caught by surprise by the Amazon delivery, then you'll have much more success. Number 2, this one's a really simple one, but nobody does it. It's say it, then do it. And sometimes you need something in the middle, a controllability factor as a lead. Let me explain. So people say it, then do it. Or say it, don't do it. Say it, partially do it. What am I talking about? Well, simple. Say your dog jumps up on the sofa and you don't want them on the sofa. But if your dog jumps up and you want them off, if you go off, get off. Come on, get down. That's saying it. If you simply say off and get up and start walking over, get them calmly by the collar and take them down. If you consistently do that, you've said it and then done it. After a while, you'll say off, you'll go to walk over to get your dog off, you'll go to grab the collar, and they'll get down because they know what's coming, because it's the same pattern over and over again. And then you'll say off and you'll get up to go over and they'll just get off. And you'll say off and you won't have to get up. But if you say it, you go off, and then do it, they'll never understand, they'll never get it. They'll eventually listen and you think, okay, good, they listened at the end. But you'll keep that pattern going for the rest of your life. So say it, do it, and everything will change. Number 3, is it a yes or is it a no? Just think about this. Do you like that behavior from your dog, or do you not like that behavior? Now, yes, there's a varying level on scale, right, of how much we like it or how much we don't, 100%. But let's just keep it black and white for now. Keep it really simple. No areas of grey, no maybe. That's all I want you focusing on. And if you write down a list of all the things your dog does, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to think of every single thing. But if you write down a list going, okay, my dog in the morning jumps up me, and then they run to the back door and they bark at the back door to go out, and they do this and do that. And you start thinking in the sense of, is this behavior demanding? Is this acceptable? So that if it's not, then it's a no. And if it is, then it's a yes, and I like it. And then we need to make sure that we're getting that message across to our dogs via our voice inflection and our body language and our demeanor. And then also, if we don't like it and we're saying no, then we say it and then do it. So is it a yes or is it a no? This one seems so simple, but most people do not spend time doing this. And what they do is they kind of just go like, oh, I don't mind it sometimes. Then other times you do mind it because you've had a tiring day. And other times you've had a great day and you really don't mind it and you actually like it. And it's things that are a yes one day can be a no another, then maybe another. So make a list, write down what you like and what you don't. So is it a yes or is it a no? Number 4, this is one of the biggest ones. Has the message been received? Look, this is really simple. Let's use children as an example. Imagine telling your children off and you said, what have you got to say for yourself? And they're like, I don't care. Oh, so that's for a no, right? Imagine it being a yes scenario and you're telling them, oh my God, right, that was amazing, well done, that was such a good thing you've just done. Let's go somewhere, or biggest thing ever, right? Let's go to Disney World, or fill in the blank. You get the point. If you said that and they were like, okay, it's jarring, isn't it? So the yes or the no that we've just talked about, is that getting through? And your dogs are the same. It just needs to be a shorter time frame. So if you said to your kids, oh my God, we're about to go to this place in 3 weeks' time, they might get excited for a second and then they'll get excited closer to the time. With dogs, it's right in the moment. So has that message been received? When we correct our dogs, most of the time, we correct them and they sort of like look like what or like whatever, like they don't even flinch. They might be doing something and you try to correct them, you tell them no, you get the collar, you get the lead, whatever, and they're just shut up, whatever, they don't care, and they keep doing it. And then we think our dogs are stubborn or they don't listen. No, it's because the message isn't getting through. They're not receiving the message that you're trying to send, which actually goes back to first proactively setting up so you're not rushed and caught by surprise, right? By saying it and then doing it, so they get in the habit of, once you've said this thing, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, being the yes or the no, that you are coming to follow through with it. And then you have to remember, is that message getting received? This is so important. If you're correcting your dog, does your dog look corrected? You don't need to go, oh, what does that look like? You know, if your dog is like, oh God, sorry, that like a bit like ears down a bit, what we think we shouldn't see, but you should, if you're correcting them. And if you're telling them good job, they should be happy, right? They don't have to be spinning around like crazy. Just so when you correct them, we don't want them cowering. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about if you are correcting your dog, do they look corrected? And if not, you need to be a bit firmer, most probably, in that specific scenario. And if you're saying, oh my God, good job, I use the word yes for our dogs. So I go, yes. And they're like, oh, I know something good's coming. Are they doing that? Do they look alert and happy? Are they excited a little bit? Or are they just like, all right, fine, whatever? Because you don't want that either. So that yes and that no from the last one, from number 3, point number 3. In point number 4 is that message getting received? Is your dog acting differently because of what you've just enforced or rewarded? That's really important. Finally, number 5 is your energy. Now, here's all I mean. Don't join your dog's energy, have them join yours. So you have to lead with the energy you want them to follow. Think about it like this. Imagine you're the leader, maybe you are at work, and you've got 10, 15 employees or people that work for you and help you out. And the proverbial bleep is hitting the fan, right? And everyone's going crazy and panicking. If you're supposed to be the leader, if you come in and you go crazy and panicking, it is no good, right? You're now joining all the crazy panic. What do you have to do? You have to say, right, everybody calm down, stop. Now, I know we're using English there. And dogs do not understand English, and that's a separate video. They understand keywords, but they don't know English. But you need to calm everybody down, join your calm, and then start dealing with the problems, okay? It's exactly the same with dogs. If your dog is going super excitable and crazy, and you start going super excitable and crazy to stop them, and you might think, well, I don't do that. I bet you do. Here's an example. Your dog comes running in, jumping up all over you, and you want them to kind of stop, or maybe, you know, your nan's coming over, your mum's coming over, and they're a bit older, and you don't want them to jump up them. And the dog's jumping up all over there everywhere, and everyone's going, no, 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 get down, no, get down, down, come here, stop, stop, stop. See, we ramp up with them being ramped up, whilst we want them to not be ramped up. See, so instead of accidentally, because we're not doing it on purpose, joining your dog's hyper energy to stop them being hyper, that doesn't work. You have to lead with the energy you want them to follow. So if you want them to be calm, you have to be calm, and then apply training techniques. But if you apply training techniques for your dog to calm down and you're hyper, even if you're using the right technique, it is not going to work. So you have to lead with the energy you want your dog to follow, not follow theirs. And it's a lot easier said than done because it's breaking a lot of habits, but that is a huge secret. Other than that, thank you very much, guys. Like and subscribe if you'd like to. No worries if not. I'll see you on the next one.